Thank you very much. And I will cut to the chase. I'm just going to introduce each reader in turn as they come up. And the, uh, the the first reader is work is new to me, so I'm very excited to hear what they got. This is Geraldine Jorge, is a writer and a sound artist living in Oakland. They have had sonic and written work put out through Oakland's cone-shaped top imprint, Future Poems, Future Feed, and Denver Quarterly. They also DJ at Calyx as their alter ego, Tuna Satana, which is, a, which is a great alter ego, and enjoy playing music with friends. So, and I believe this is their first time reading at City Lights, so please give a warm welcome to Geraldine Jorge.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Um, yeah, thanks so much to Corbett and Sophie and also to the City Lights team for having me. Um, it is such an honor to be reading here tonight. Um, also want to say thanks to all my friends and um, community members, both from like writing circles and music circles, to my sweetheart Adam, who is among you in the audience, um, and also those who are online. I'm gonna just get into it. The title of this first poem comes from Ovid's Tristia that he wrote while exiled. Only see you don't do harm, will you have power to help, since my hope is less than my fear. We followed our money across the sea. The USA isn't the lap of luxury like advertised, just the next step from corruption. But I'm skeptical anywhere, since monotony is not just affordable, but borderless. My angel, how lovely and strange you still would be if everyone saw you, or if we couldn't pick and choose the palpable. I've considered packing up. I continue a line of transcendence, the vantage side of the Darien Gap, Mediterranean moat. We followed our money across the sea. Time behaves differently when you're drifting. You aren't without a compass, the stars, radio, GPS. How not to mistake the arduous hostile for learning the world. I first learned words for wondering. Do not say we were innocent then. And it's us, the Westerners, who exist thanks to airports, international debt, the inalienable right to personally spite God by changing or purging anything arbitrarily and unilaterally given. I wake to it, it aches, digests everything I've eaten, replaces my tongue. Some objects of prosopagnosia. I versus I, jouissance versus sacrifice, resistance as bearing witness versus unknowing complicity, despite English being my first spoken language, despite Tagalog being my first sung language, despite neither being my chosen tongue. We are the world children. Our work is to play and to play, and then billow away like smoke, dreams not denied, but worse, made word. I wish I'm permitted to wish that what I write become a worthy autopsy, my autopsy, and would wish nothing more. This miniature life is but a miniature life. Time behaves differently when you're drifting. English is bogus. Tagalog withdraws. Let the ones who hold shame, who hold the unhistory, pick the day. what repeats, what is holy, purging or changing anything unilaterally and arbitrarily given. You are where you are and can be nowhere else. Let the vapid wait continue. The human capacity for accelerating death to an abstraction, but failing to conquer it, is horror enough, is theophany enough. Saying it is dejection enough to permit it. This miniature life is still a miniature life. Yeah, that poem was inspired by immigration stories, both my family's, which fortunately haven't been too arduous or dramatic, and those of others. Um, but yeah, I'm extremely just like tripping to be here reading here at City Lights, like haunted as it is by my so many of my literary heroes. And speaking of predecessors, this next poem is inspired by the Surrealists and also kind of to this like particular sense of weirdness um, about being like highly inspired by Surrealist art and tradition, just like it's everywhere, poetry, film, punk rock. Um, but then also many of these people were Europeans that moved away from the West to places like Mexico or Argentina. And then someone like me who's kind of coming the opposite way. Um, yeah, this poem's called 19 Ideas for a Surrealist Happening. It's a list. Number 1, take your flapper bandana and move to the tropics, where you'll become the countercultural voice of a nation, a people. Number 2, the camera loves you even though you say you want to be alone. Number 3, I, Caliban, am your only hope of escape. 3A, go ahead, bed brown-faced Goethe instead. 3B, pretend you're some kind of girl El Topo. Number 4, you're only here to freak yourself out. Number 5, you'll eventually get bored and move to New York City. Number 6, I know you've got a secret stash of water bottles somewhere. Number 7, your wardrobe is ridiculous for this climate, and you think that's an endearing character trait because you might faint in public. Number 8, have you tried balut? 8A, some pelehu? 8A1, flagellation? 8A11, actual crucifixion? Number 9, or take me as your rebellious tryst. Gone girl, go gone. 9A, your folks will be livid. Number 10, dress me in your vintage lingerie. 10A, dress me in the gaudiest costume you can come up with. 11, you can lie and tell everyone I introduced you to the I Ching. 11A, you can lie and tell everyone I tried to eat you. 12, remember when you wanted to be poor? I want to be rich. 12A, we're a match made in heaven. 13, I'll take some rocks and draw something crude on the wall, and then you can write a poem about it. Number 14, I'm the perfect lover with how seamlessly I fade into apocrypha. Number 15, we step outside some Sunday afternoon, and the moody German painter you lust over beats me up out of jealousy and drunkenness. 15A, no, you can still see him. Don't you both look more ravishing with me and my horns in the corner, squatting? 16, I have drugs. 17, I know a religion which would look great on you. Number 18, you're not like the regular GIs. You're the Babylon. Number 19, it's a shame someone so transgressive has to also be so hot. Um, yeah, so Pelahu is if you read Kathy Park Hong's Dance Dance Revolution, that's a drink that the guide in that throughout that book of poetry offers foreigners. So if you thought that was a reference to her, it was. Uh, Yeah. Um, this next poem I started writing during while I was taking one of Sophie's generative workshops. So yeah, you probably heard parts of this poem before, and it's been reworked since, but like the initial impetus um has always been there. It's called Plush Transgression. Lately, I am reminded of a convent where collectively they pawed and mewed for vespers, while the general public, none the wiser, stood around itching their third eyelids. Someone called the cops on them, the nuns, a reply more absurd than the question that posed it, hissing and spitting from the parapets, the abaton both remedy and refusal. I have only ever processed these things dramatically, the mythos swaddling where a portal might form. I toe the edge of the rug, like my skin is dappled nose leather. Some peripheries are better known from inside, by breaking things but small as a way of attending. I lap some milk into my cornea, an animal with sideways eyelids. And his next one's called Boom, after the Liz Taylor film of the same name. Once poison must be declared on an even number, the humming minute hand, snaz of Western pageantry, the grotesque pomp of it so oft accompanying. It's a crime of form to swoon any way but backwards. It's conducting yourself for the longest hour, knowing that when it comes, it must be a single fold, fluid atop the divan, or flat onto serpentine. What more can you do than rehearse and wait? Let soft hands stand for absence. The watch face reading 7:15 or 7:51. Not that an extra 36 minutes count for much. And the hollow of the gut is more indicative than the ticking. Beware the jet set charlatan, his purr, his pearl, his poodle. Beware the hypnopompic chorus beckoning. Your snakeskin Canadian tuxedo, your Liz Taylor and echoing manse. It's ergon, ergo, argent, orgy. It's world collapse, word collapse. How are we doing on time? Okay. Okay, cool. Trying to decide how long I want to make this. Um, all right. This next poem is a study of the trope of the femme fatale. It's called The Antithesis of a Femme Fatale, and it has 4 parts. Part 1. The antithesis of a femme fatale isn't a life-giving man, isn't a man. Let's call it it. The antithesis of a femme fatale guards its sordid past, not because you'd never believe, but because it is exactly what you would expect it to be. The ant it persists. The ant he is, it's a trip, how abjection only resembles itself. All fold up, fraction a second, ecce homo, economic. The femme fatale is neither femme nor fatal. Discuss amongst yourselves. Part 2. Money can only accrete more money. The death of a stranger on some sunny strand. Don't play up what it isn't. The femme fatale is a boy, is a germ, is a suspicion, yet another contradiction of the false equivalence, me and not you. A face can only accrete more face, yours, not mine, not beside, but instead, not ugliness, but ecology. How cruel of geometry, every shape snitching on every other. Part 3. The femme fatale is a cop out for the starving who are too starving to consider their own half-ass NPC erotics. Hawk the waist, shift of weight, a learned helplessness, its sultry face. Part 4. We want the end of the world. You want to become the suitcase. All right, this one is well, those of you who are radio station people, this is kind of based off of Asylum by Crass. This night your faith will be shaken. They'll do bong hits for you, Yezu. They'll laugh at you because you let them. You let them. I will spit 3 times in your dead gaping mouth before morning. You let me. The remainder, a hater who never had the libidinal capital to be legible about it, who never had my dismembered tit served up to men on a platter, the libidinal capital naturally moving towards more of itself. Helen of Troy's hotness would have been inherited by her corpse. Cleopatra, they say, was European, and I don't so much wish for the ability to start wars as to avoid your sorry fate. This short end flesh bag ultimately worse for them intact than pulled in parts. Better to take the streets, better anywhere but where they want, defiling with what I'll insist to be a body, what they'll insist to be some biological or economic edict, between humiliation and return, headline and normalization, rage and appropriation. As old as the cross you hung from, as old because you always let them. And this last one is a Sistina, about kind of interminability, and I feel like that the form kind of goes with that. It's entitled Days Move Like This, Blithely Slow, so I am for now immortal, although not all invisible. She could never wear a ring around her finger she'd want to keep. Her excess care keeps loves from slipping, slows decay, though inevitable as the fingernail grows. For some time immortal, even when the heart isn't. No wily ring of posies to illness invisible. For what's now is what's visible for those bodied. What's known is keep, meaning with the eye its rings, sappy to read any deeper and so steal back from immorality, sucking curiosity from the fingers. A saint exchanging flight for frail figure, shivering raw before invisible captor, the strain the meaning of mortal. Concentrics are in the sting. Agon keeps through revolution, even as the breath slows, having lost its spin a ring around my own ringing, which divides, hollow as the index finger of a clock. What's swallowed slows, then stays, the staying invisible, but answering to nothing. For keeping, there are more ways, more immortal than possession, more moral than cold erotics, a dismembered finger displacing its referent. A guess that keeps guessing. When faced with the visible, a naming both manual and slow, illusory holding, all fantasy turned wrong. I want to keep without becoming immortal, lush destruction by slow joining, Brach's rings that change to lucid things, long invisible fingers. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Geraldine. That was great. Really hit the spot. So our next reader is someone I am very familiar with because I, in the City Lights Spotlight series, I included her as volume 20, which you can see right over there with a nice painting of her on the cover. And uh, I also just want to mention that Sophia is has her second book is coming out from our friends at Nightboat Books, which are one of the great poetry presses going right now. It is, you know, it's the one I really turn to. And it's called Glove Money. This will be available at a fine bookstore near you. And Sophia is going to read from that when? Yeah. October 20th will be a release for Glove Money. So come on down if you're around. And yes, so Sophia Dahlin, poet in the East Bay, where she leads generative poetry workshops and teaches youth creative writing. With Violet Spurlock and 6 other curators, she runs a weekly series at Tamarack, Oakland. Her first book, Natch, was released in 2020 by City Lights Books. Her second collection, Glove Money, is out this fall from Nightboat Books. Please welcome Sophia Dahlin.
Yeah, thank you. Making Garrett wait on me.
Yes.
Uh, am I am I audible? I'm audible. I'm visible. Thank you, darling. Yeah, yeah. I love reading here. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so honored to be reading here, with Catherine Bresner and Geraldine Jorge. I'm a fan. I'm honored. I'm jazzed. I'm all about it. Here's one poem from this book that I still love very much. Did it hurt though? The sun is out for good. The snow is halving. Half of my heart is homeland. Half is mustard. I make the most of it. Normal and blooming. All yellow's best, you say. I knew for once things that my heart could do, not follow a bus or turn over in hand. My heart waits until floating. That's the manna of it. Manna's out in the sun, falls from the sky, like you did before you were mine. And this is the new book. Do come on October 20th. I would love to see you again. I like anything. You thought a plate had landed on your table, but I placed it. I brought this clover to the field. Haven't tried it. Here it's sweet. Would you like more soda in your glass? Would you like bright water in your life? Black-legged bee, dry-bladed grassy patch. Would you like more spring feeling? Would you like some sitting in a day and you really do what you're doing? Not always seeking the ledge of attention with your shod, your insensible feet. Would you like anything? The bee paws the petals, dabs the pancake. I like this insane music, heels of the poets in the clover, the inhabited flavor of a juice called nectar. Anything, anything, anything. Well, would you? Being there in 5 is for Brandon Brown. You've been waiting for me in the bar, the natural bar where the wine smells like horse shit. The white wine basks in the glass. When you drink it, it laughs, effervescent. I come in late, but really fast. As if I cannot bear your weight, my pained face singes me, wounded. I fucked up, wrong bus. My co-op for my horse, my cart. I came on foot, I slipped on calm. I'm tardy, I love you the better for it. I forgive you, you say. I still want to see you, you say. Your grace finishes us both. Nail polishes the hoof to the horseshoe. I shot a girl, I said. I riddled her with my intentions. You want to have a baby? You want to be my daughter? I rode her back to the pasture and her body to the water. What are you drinking? Just, you say, the house red. It's good, you say, the push on it's. I'll have it too. You look beautiful. You have to deal with my compliments. You grind a little your teeth in your chair. You thank me. Who is this girl, you ask? The magnetic one who taps a bottle cap to her temple and it stays? No, I say. She only wished to be my anecdote. Is it the one you think is dangerously young? No, oh no, she is younger than that. Oh, Brandon, I yell, remember? Everyone twists in their wooden chair. Why do bars have to be so quality? I ask you, why must this field of daisies so closely attend? Sophia, what are you asking? You ask me, your mouth an ordinary distance from the window. No one who sees us would guess I hear the clink of every marble in my sack and feel breathed by the air a waft of blousy silk, and that, as you modestly describe the ancientest language you've learned, I ride the rolling gestures of your hands, all horse-like, and arrive. Coming to a bar is hard. This is called sapphic loop. A lot of these poems are sapphics. People sometimes say, what does that mean? You know, did you use her meter? And I say, no, they're gay. Just gay poems. That's all I ask of myself. And not even always that. Sapphic loop, don't you feel how much give is in me? When I reach for your name in my phone, I hold down everything else in the room rising. My mind's a busy pond. My kitchen is the bread's bedroom. I own so little furniture, would knock it to the floor if you were calling. And I'd stand on top of the parking structure, seeking your sign. In narrow clouds endured in sunset door, in my new phone's yearning for its service. In immovable concrete, sleek like seals, the red crease where my fingers join, I'm leaning for any sense that you might need me. Sappho probably went to the beach. Where are her shorelines, her waves, their colors? Was the ocean dark like apples? Did the apples cloud her bowl? I have no art in me, no nature. My poems talk and talk. I hurt my back, yet lift you to pin you against the kitchen wall. I risk it, desire to. You say thank you. The room rises. Why are you subsisting without me, my friends? Do not demand me, my lover, who could be my lover. Don't you feel how much give is in me? Repeat from top. The end is an instruction to the reader, but I don't have to obey it. Yeah. That's Glove Money, and this is what's new. This is a page, and all that it says is if the bisexual were to persist in her bisexuality, she would become wise. And this is To Muse, and it is based, I guess, on two different poems by Bernadette Mayer. To Muse, you cunt, you always call me up unsystematically in the middle of the night, saying only exactly what everyone else is saying, trying to sell me a well-worn sincerity with the novelty of your mid-century modern accent. You are fucking so many lesbians. You keep suggesting we write sapphics, and you're not my girlfriend. Rather, you are more like my desire to be beaten, coming on suddenly with ardent persuasion, as if you were a giant bird alighting gustily in the schoolyard, to carry me, and only right now, to the enchanted kingdom, when in reality you are a train describing its tracks, just like my desire to be beaten's predetermined by a monthly date I keep with my dom, who hurts my feelings, laughing at the clockwork of my hackles and nipples rising for her exacting administration starting the Thursday before I see her and ending whenever your wrist has tired, O muse. These all have bad words in them. Oh, fuck. You know what really cuts my pumpkin? Impenetrable mystery. By which I mean specifically the candle smoke and the moment I blink and can't see you. Or the question, is the taste test wrong or am I? It's not lost on me, my friends, when they name themselves, they go for L and O and ah and w sounds. But when naming a baby, go for like sturdy consonants, hog all the sexiness to themselves. It would be generous to name your child Lena, for instance, to build their aura up, create romantic opportunity. It would be good for parents to admit eventually it's in your offspring's interest to sound fuckable. And if you do not pass down your enchanting collarbone, what sounds will you leave them at least? I dreamt I was having a baby with Steven Universe, but when I download the dream, he's the one who's pregnant. Then I will end with the love poem. Come live with me and be my love. You like that? I made it up. Come live with me and be my love. We do not marry in this scenario. Our carpet is sinuous and transparent. We stand on its warmth to watch the running grain of wood. Our windows open and close like eyes and offer a view of mountains and sea and a city and a little suburb with a park. We walk to drink lattes and clover. That clover's tender, isn't it? I'm going to make you a clover sweater. So light, and the air in between the green petals shows you to me. You want a tabby boot, as cleft as the foot of the sheep I will never comb and feed. It is no issue for me. The sheep foam in the sea, and the little boots form between the books in the library, and babies grow in the community garden. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sophia. Now, so the occasion of our gathering tonight is this new book by Catherine Bresner. And I just want to mention that I've known Catherine for quite a bit of time. And for the past like 15 years, really, I've been publishing my various books of poems and prose and insanity from with Wave Books, which is also one of the great poetry presses going today. And Catherine has done a lot of work on my behalf. Catherine has been a publicist of Wave for that whole time. Yeah, I think so. They're already there when I got there, and all I do is take. So I thought I would give back tonight by providing an introduction. But Catherine has been wonderful to work with, and I'm very grateful to them for everything that they've done for me. And so Catherine Bresner are the author of the chapbooks, the Merriam-Webster series, and Some Break A, Others Say Do, and the full-length poetry collections, Can We Anything We See, which is the book we're celebrating tonight, The Empty Season, and the artist book Everyday Eros. They believe in a free Palestine. Please join me in welcoming Catherine Bresner.
Thank you so much, Garrett. It's less work than you think when I have to work with authors like Garrett at Wave Books. It's such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure to have worked with Peter, too. Thank you so much for having me here. Everyone at City Lights, thank you for being here. Thank you, Sophie and Geraldine. I'm also tripping out just about your poems. I was like so in them, I almost forgot that I was about to read. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this book. And I have been typically reading the whole book, but I'm actually going to do something a little different tonight, especially because this is streaming. Um, so this book has a lot to do with. I wrote in or started writing in 2022, and I became interested in the ways that um, that AI intersected with personhood in all its various configurations. And so what I started doing was kind of creating captions for the photos made by AI and then removing the photos. So some of the lines in this book are captions for images that don't appear that you create, and then some of them are siphons. I'm gonna read from like the first bit of the book, just a little bit. Um, that way you'll have to buy it and support this wonderful bookstore because it's bad luck to leave a bookstore without buying a book. Everyone knows this. Um, and the book does have pictures and stuff in it. I'm not going to show it. You can pick it up and look at it. But I am going to ask, just because of the way it's written, you can see the line on the page and there's a bunch of white space above. I'm just going to ask, as a poetry experiment, that when I begin reading the poem, that you just close your eyes. And you're welcome to open your eyes at any time you like, but I'm just also asking that you're conscious of when you open your eyes and notice the language around you when you open your eyes. I'm going to start off with some epigraphs in the book. The first one's from Bernadette Mayer. I'd like computers to be able to record everything you think and see, to be like the brain and to write that out. This one's from John Ashbery. Each image fits into place with the calm of not having too many, of having just enough. We live in the sign of our present. Muriel Rukeyser. The poetic imagination does not resemble the eye, which can be put out for its offense, so much as it resembles the blood, which must be strengthened by feeding. And Keith Waldrop, for lack of everything, I imagine anything. Second from the bottom, in the gallery of generated faces, count fingers. White Solo cups, a giveaway, teeth like thumbtacks, Urban Outfitters, spaghetti straps, solids and stripes, non-existent women going viral. Observe the bold strokes of graphic, digital cut-ups if you wish. The luxuriously coated Pope has glasses melted into his blurred cheek, for instance. Or 17-miler castles, liquid in light, the nylon puffy jacket pavilions. Here, indistinct astronauts huddle around the eagle on the set. The Getty watermark ghosting a double-A player in grotesque sports ball, the first digitally transparent deepfake. Here above, a giraffe made of dragon and brontosaurus, circa sometime. This strange coodscape was scanned from a human's brain. Photographs overlain of 2 to 4 humans on a couch, a Mad Libs parade of image, text image, lyric. Or 2 to 4 humans on a couch, an image, text image, Mad Libs. Elisa Frank, Mona Lisa, Mary. Thumb, an impressionistic pharaoh. Thumb, a photorealist angel of death. Thumb, a shepherd fairy filter. Behold this neural mural selfie and gadget. Bokeh light shining into the experiment. A touch climbing alongside a how to draw cheek. Teddy Ruxpin technology shows the stuffies submerged in underwater mixity of motherboards and mice. Some face guards sip tea from egg-shaped cups at the coronation. In other words, welcome to pose estimation open prose. Unlock your style. Generate. I'm going to stop there. That's like, this is a minimalist book. It warrants hopefully rereadings. And there's a notes section at the back that leads to an article, a scholarly article about gender and AI from MIT that directed a lot of my thinking around this book. So this was written 2022, and I feel much more connected to this baby. This is something I started writing in 2024 in October, and I just finished it this past spring. And I'm going to read you the first section, which is a chapbook out from Press Break, which is a new press from Brooklyn. And the title is Some Break A, Others Say Do. The exact way a photosynthesis of light leaks symbolic, a deer bleeds only a little. Leaf stuffs mulching the necro-pastoral, comfortable blight making a casual job of the future. But poems perpetuate, sound like hearty tinsel in the air, catching glint in the mind, a tinder, ancient aesthetic, grief somatics, a genuflection. How does the thistle pray, sunny disposition, next to the sky, which is blue and nothing else? Which it is not. It is filled with government birds, over government lakes, near government statues. Give up your capitals, hands up, don't. Black people should be allowed. Women also, of all genders. Until Musk broke it, the letter X, it used to be for me a treasured spot. It's 28 meanings. Some say don't break a rhythm, others say do. Meaning 1, the 21st letter. Meaning 1.5, the 24th letter. Slash the sound and shape a letter makes against mood. Speaking of tenses, the present scares me as much as the future. I have wanted to be quiet all my life, to say shut up. Critic jumping fissures, parachutes white, cis men I'm ashamed to have loved. I'd rather break a rhythm than a neck. In the present tense, past for you, I am listening to cringe. Like literally. Static erasers catching ourselves, insincerity. How can I talk about one word without talking about them all? All empires must burn, and us with them. Some break A, others say do. Humans aim to be married to coincidence, royal pronouns, they murder too. The author-speaker I in this day has verified my identity for the umpteenth corp and cup. Enough already. Go out into the green gold day. Is it a phobia when I say I've outgrown all my technologies? Save handwriting? Are homonyms intentionally or intrinsically? Like prophets, What does it mean to write with an intelligence that is artificial? Can we bend a poem to its knees or let it stand? Nothing else lingers. Nostalgia juice, nominal places of flesh-colored silk blowing against the bark, pink umbrellas, curtsies of breath, wreaths of sound. Some numbers hold special properties. 2020, for instance, a vision of the past, a heart-shaped knife. Sonnet crowns are popular in 2024. Time bells, advertising windows, hour of my life by the graveyards, gerrymandering, gift that, given or granted that, in the case that, supposing that, equals if, conjunction AI. Poetry exists without me. Brass knuckles, brass balls, brass bullets. Bullets into bells was an anthology gift from my father. All loops are infinite and sharp with their curves. Roused dreaming doesn't exist on its own. CA impresses even rainbows with their angles and rounds. Some say do. Cities is not fixed places, but placed minds. Where did I hear that? A gaggle of geese overhead. Went to go Google, gaggle, then went to OED instead. OED sent me to FB, which sent me to Gmail, to two-step verification with the phone I just lost. We need new dictionaries, and old ones too. The future is print, prose, poetry, less a genre than, I suppose skies exist without me too, and why shouldn't they? Do. Dance, dance, revolution. Is a top spinning wildly like a windmill? I say future as if I know what that means. Glacial erratic worship, wild shape of trees shaped by wind, shaped by season and song. Excuse no one, we are all various degrees of murderers existing alongside each other, or if not each other, then one another, or among persons of plant or other animal or mineral, when really it is plant, animal, fungi, bacterium, and protist. I believe in science, don't you? That it is real, that it changes. In the grass light, by the hillside, through the garden, near the bee, for the foxglove, down the rustle, toward the hiccup in the leaves, round the asphalt, up the bridge kite, mid graffiti of the stars, across the barred owl, past the truck stop of the noonday in the cities of the mind. I'm going to skip ahead and now read just the ending part of it. In the fetid now, in the fetid snow, now falling, weeks before a new year made old again by centuries of starlight, I put a ruler in my mouth. Nothing ends. No, it is not another way of saying everything begins. The distance between tongues. Poet bumper sticker reads, books open and close. The sun contains all possible aesthetics. The sun's light tags the white eve of this room, particle and wave. It's as if the light observes in me its interbeing, a touching sight that knuckles the peripheries of future's clear ceiling and opens outward into untouchable fingers of pyrite, which extend through window glass into the air that bites them. Now it's hard to recall that light signature as today's wet fog settles in moss branches around my reading body, my lesbian novel, touching the banners of my being, reaching swift into the gut punch of the word, and my self-punch buckles. I confess I bled and bleed, and in the sky shaped by branches a star, in the sky the death and the living, the moon smile overhead. I fed, I died, I cried my heart out, I starved, I ate, I bled, only comparatively. Text from a friend read grateful, which I liked a lot. When typed into capital word, it creates a red squiggle, a correction, not the color of blood, more like a tomato. Binge watch TV till my eyeballs bled with tear-shaped sadness. Friendship is saving my life today, and thanks. Buried here at the Purple House, no plow, and fights on the internet. Brain bleeds happen slowly. Indoors, I throw myself around like Shelley Duvall, thinking about Earth, world, home, planets, spheres, spirals, dotty obs, slaps of sunlight obs, so not thinking of my uterus. My daughter's step plays with model magic, makes a mushroom, knows almost nothing about her uterus and its umbilical. Typoed And the capital words red squiggle suggestion was unbiblical, a feature of AI. Court of government. I'm not thinking about my uterus. I'm thinking about the blood. I'm thinking about the blood today, and so quick the coup, and reliving the pelvis cracking, short side like a wishbone under power over grasses still, and the tribillionaires are dressing for the parties again. Human beings are being starved. Everyone who gives a fuck is hurting. Are you hurting? I can hear you. I can hear you. You can hear me. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can I hear me? Can you hear I? Can you hear me? I hear. Can you? Can you hear with me now? Etc., and how to survive. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, Catherine. Now, Catherine and Sophia will be available for signing of books, which you should buy in vast quantities. And Geraldine will sign whatever you want. I can't really make that promise, um, but I just want to say thank you all for coming, and thank you for tuning in online. We got a packed fall of events, so I hope to keep seeing people. I get to next week. We have the next volume in the Spotlight series is Thea Matthews, who will be in town from New York, and that's happening on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, a book I edited for City Lights, Andre Breton's Cavalier Perspective. Uh, and the translator Austin Carter and I are going to have a nice conversation about that, and read a little bit and just talk about surrealism. So that's about it. Please mingle, please say hi to the poets, and buy some books. Ciao.